I think there's an important issue today in our society about having a firm grasp on reality. You see things that are true, but are thrown way down in proportion. They're thrown way out of balance, and like a tire that has a bubble in it, it's just like it's making people's roads kind of shaky mentally and emotionally. And so now we have a whole section of life that can be in a virtual reality, and that's dangerous because you need a firm grasp on your own reality. And people go, well, I know what's real, but do you really? Because there are a lot of concepts that are not firmly established about whether they're real or not. A God's concept is well established in our history, but is being questioned in this society. Atheist, whether God does not exist, has holes in it, and I'm going to talk about those holes. But I wanted to bring you into reality and have you look at some things like climate change. Okay, I know that our climate usage, our usage of pollution, carbon pollution, is going to change our environment. So there's no two ways around that. That's the way it's going to happen, and because it's been happening for 100 years, it'll probably go into the future 100 years. It's going to raise our temperature up. And what surprised me is that there's very little carbon increase. It's like 1/10 of 1% or 2%. It's a very minimal amount. So you say, is that fake reality? And my answer to that is no, it's not fake reality, but the conclusions could be wrong, and that's something that you have to look at if you want to firmly establish that concept in your mind. Now, that being said, um, also you need to look at what's the so okay. So they know the science, they know the reality of what's going on, but what they can't tell you, and what I think is the misleading part, is the consequences. So they talk about droughts and food shortages and stuff, and floods, and they talk about the flooding on the coast. Now, this planet's changed quite a bit. It's usually been really slow, not very fast, but by changing, humans have adapted. And as far as like all those things, humans can adapt. They can ship oil from a whole other country to the middle of this country, or to the west coast of this country, to the east coast of this country, and to be honest, they can ship oil, they can ship water. So it's kind of an odd thing to think that they can't adjust to the things of climate change. And so then you came to EVs, which is electric vehicles, and when you looked at the concepts, hydrogen vehicles were far better. And now that GM and some others are saying that they're going to increase their research and development of hydrogen cars. Now they make more sense because they're long term. They don't need certain of the products that EVs use, and because hydrogen's everywhere, and the byproduct is clean water, so that's not a bad thing. And when you think about it, they can take hydrogen from nuclear plants when they're running. They can get hydrogen from other areas. There's some more research and more development to be done, I'm sure, but they're finding mass ways to just produce hydrogen for vehicles, and it would be something you could add to a gasoline station for now. So the concept of hydrogen powered cars is better. Now EV is going to have its place. Electric cars are going to have its place, but for long-term travel, for long-term other things, hydrogen is also a possibility. But my comment is like, for one, the technology is not even good for EVs right now. Electric vehicles are a horrible technology. People are buying electric vehicles and then not buying them again. They're not having a return customer. So the technology there is unrealistic, and that's kind of something to keep in mind. Where's the reality of this? Where's the so whenever they project forward, whenever they go forward in their minds, it's all imaginary. It's their wishful thinking. It's their sales program, and that's kind of a bizarre thing to keep in mind. That you don't need to be sold something. It is a fact or isn't a fact, and so there are consequences if it is a fact. But to worry about the future in that sense is not going to be helpful. So thank you. I just wanted to say that it was just like it's it's a firm grasp on reality, not not like a magical reality, like they're trying to say, hey, this is going to happen or that's going to happen. Most of those are what's called logic fallacies, which means they're not actually true and they're meant to con you or convince you of something else. So thank you very much, and you have a great day. Thank you for watching.